Hey everyone, so let's talk about the Week 10 2024 NFL TV simulcast stations, and we'll talk about the announcers for Week 10 as well. So let's get going. So we have the national broadcast of Cincinnati, Baltimore on Amazon. We have the last of the international series, one in Munich, Germany, between NY Giants and Carolina. And NFL Network at Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So it's like their time, like more tailored towards their time, but then it's also tailored towards United States time as well, early for all that for the 1 Eastern window starts. We have Detroit at Houston on NBC Sunday Night Football, and we have Miami LA Rams on ESPN. This is not an ABC game. Typically, we have a game on ESPN, and the game is typically on ESPN and ABC with the simulcasts that they've been doing. They've been putting a bunch of simulcasts on ABC, a bunch of games. And they've been doing it where they're doing a couple on ABC, and a couple separately on ESPN. Two different games. One game on ABC, one game on ESPN. But anyways, we have the Cincinnati Baltimore will be on simulcast on WCPO ABC 9 Cincinnati and WMAR ABC 2 in Baltimore. That new NY Giants in Carolina game will be simulcast on WABC ABC 7 New York, which makes sense. It's wouldn't be on the Fox or CBS affiliates. That makes sense. And then WCNC NBC affiliate in Charlotte. That makes sense. And then Miami at LA Rams, we simulcast WFOR, CBS 4 Miami, KCOP, My Network TV 13 in Los Angeles, and buys are Cleveland, Green Bay, Las Vegas, and Seattle. In the Fox, or the CBS early window, we have Pittsburgh at Washington with Inigo Davis. That was going to be the feature game. I thought maybe Denver, Kansas City, but it's the secondary game. The secondary game, which makes sense, especially when Denver was the featured game, but they got absolutely smoked by Baltimore. So that makes sense, Buffalo, Indianapolis, and Denver, Kansas City with Kevin Trent Green. Buffalo, Indianapolis with Andrew Cannon, Tiki Barber, and Jason McCourty. And then the late window, we have CBS late window. We have Philadelphia, Dallas, which is nationally televised game. Jimmy and Surmo, and NY Jets at Arizona with Spur Leeds and Mark Giulietta. That's going to be the bottom tier game. That one where there's maybe only select few people in the areas that would normally get that game on Sundays. Wherever CBS consider, put users for the NY Jets team market for Sunday games. In the Arizona area for Sunday games, typically for Fox and CBS are pretty similar, and they're going to be using just that area. They might have the NFC West area show with that game, maybe a little bit, but they're not, or maybe not. Then we have the Fox single window. We have San Francisco at Tampa Bay, which is the national game in the early window. And there is an early window and a late window. But however, the late window is only going to be as if possibly your team is playing in the early window. Your team is playing in the early window on CBS. You might get the late window game by default. I mean, the single window. I mean, CBS has the better game this week, though, of the bunch. We have San Francisco at Tampa Bay, Kevin Parker at San That's no surprise right there. 4-4 San Francisco. In the NFC West, well, Tampa Bay is 4-5 in the NFC South. Still has a bunch of winnable games for them. If they can be 5-5, they have a bunch of winnable games coming off their week 11 bye. So we have Atlanta at New Orleans with Joe Davis and Greg Olsen. Joe Davis is back after he took a bunch of time off to do his MLB on Fox broadcasting duties. He did. So Joe Davis is back with Greg Olsen. Used to be where Emma moved up to work with Greg Olsen, and then Chris Mayers moved up to work with Mark Sanchez. And then it was with Mark Shudder's games. It was Jason Minetti. Maybe Joe Davis. Greg Olsen called Land Norton's second game. I thought Land Norton's could be it, but no, I'm just about Norton's. But early in the season, it could have been a better one. But Norton's is just so far down that, yeah, it's a second tier game. We have Minnesota Jacksonville, which is me, Mark Sanchez. And then we have Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnston on New England at Chicago. And we have Tennessee at LA Chargers in late window with Kenny Albert, Jonathan Obama. And that's obviously the bottom tier game. I mean, you could say New England at Chicago is, but I think Tennessee at LA Chargers just because it's late window and because of the fact that Tennessee's going nowhere in LA Chargers are one soon. And it's in late window where there's not going to be many eyes on it.